Okay, so bell peppers are next, and we are growing multiple different colors of bell peppers, and um, they're a little tricky to figure out whether or not they're ripe. So the closest I could find right now, because these are still growing, are these guys right here. And what we're looking for on a bell pepper is that this little center little nub has been sort of folded over by these side lobes. You'll see peppers with 4 lobes and 3 lobes. This one has 3, and they're a little bit kind of uneven on this one, not really symmetrical. But this is a 3-lobe pepper, and it's a male pepper, and then it has male seeds in it, and then the females have 4 lobes. Let's look over at this one here. So there's 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's this little centerpiece. We want that to be totally gone. It needs to be inside the pepper, sort of, you can't really see it, and these lobes are sort of folded over around it. These are the closest peppers I could find for now to determine the closest thing to ripe. Peppers are pretty easy to harvest. You can just snap them off at the stem. A knife is also an option. I'm going to use a knife on this one because it's not falling off. Another indicator is that they sort of fall off in your hands. But I'm going to use a knife and cut through that stem, and there you have a close to ripe pepper. The reason why we want to make sure it's ripe is if you pick it when this little nub is showing, the flesh on this pepper, the wall of the pepper where all the juiciness and the flavor is going to be really thin. We want it to be really thick. That's where all the flavor is. That's where the juiciness comes from. And so the best indicator to know that it's close to that, or as close as possible, is that little nub has folded inside the pepper.
And that could be folded in more, but this is the most mature one we have right now.
Yeah, exactly. Good point. Peppers are pretty durable, but we are often using buckets. We can also use crates. Again, we handle our stuff gently, so we're not throwing them around. As you'll see here, that was a green pepper. It actually, the longer it stays on the plant, it'll change colors. All peppers will change colors. So some of these are going to turn orange. Some are going to turn yellow. Some are going to turn like this white color. We've got purple ones too. The color doesn't necessarily mean that it's ready. This is a purple pepper, and it's not ready. You see the little nub there sticking out. So. Again, the best indicator is to not look at the color, but to look at the shape of the pepper.
Or the size.
Or the size, yeah. Some of these plants are small, and so these first peppers are going to be small, and that doesn't necessarily mean that they're not ready. But size, as the plants get bigger and more vigorous, the size of the pepper is going to get bigger as well.